For the first time in 10 months, children have started coming off the wait list for autism therapy. The list had essentially been frozen since October, although the Ford government maintains it's because the program ran out of money. The autism file has been extremely damaging for the Ford government and led to Lisa MacLeod being demoted with a new minister, Todd Smith, in charge of turning it around. And the government now says today that there are 24,900 children on the wait list for autism therapy. That number has been very controversial and highly disputed. Even a PC MPP, Roman Baber, wrote a report that was leaked late last week, claiming that concluding that the government had misled the public on that wait list and the numbers in it. Now, one family who has on the wait list, who has a son with extreme needs, has been keeping a sort of a Twitter diary. The father has been writing about what life is like with autism, the hope, the fear, but most of all, the love.
1:23 a.m., up with the boy, send all the coffee.
Meet Mike Moffat and his 4-year-old son, Mats. They're often out walking in the middle of the night because, like a lot of children on the spectrum, Mats doesn't sleep well.
I should add about the walking thing. We rent out our basement apartment to pay for Matt's therapy. Despite being nonverbal, Matt may be the loudest human alive. Thump, thump, thump. So when he's up super early, we need to leave the house so we don't wake the tenants.
Despite the lack of sleep, Mike, who's an economist and assistant prof at Ivy Business School, and his wife Hannah have 4 jobs between them to pay for ABA therapy for their son. It's $7,000 a month.
What are you doing?
Mats is nonverbal, but sometimes a word will come out, and it's noted with elation on Twitter.
Just got a daddy from the boy when I picked him up from therapy. Best day ever.
But then there are the tough days.
There are good days and bad days when raising kids with special needs. The lows are lower and the highs are higher. The past few days have made us pretty worried about the future. Low days.
Mats was a happy, typical child for his first year and a half of life. Then everything changed.
And all of a sudden, within about 4 to 6 weeks, it all just stopped. He stopped interacting with the world. He stopped speaking. He just started staring at the wall. Something, because you don't know what's going on. You have this healthy, happy child who just one day disappears.
Mike's wife Hannah is also on Twitter and describes a painful day when she gave away toys he's never been able to use. I'm mourning those toys and what they symbolize, she writes. Every time I see them, I'm reminded of where he should be, and I can't enjoy where he is. I spend most of the days close to tears, worried about his future and ours. 2 months ago, Matt started 30 hours of ABA therapy a week. He can now communicate a few key words with sign language. Both of his parents have PhDs. They know they're among the lucky few who can scrape together enough money for therapy.
You have to understand there are 30,000, 40,000 families in Ontario, and we're probably coping the best of any of them, and it's still a struggle for us because I'm going to do anything I can to help him. And I've said it over and over on the Twitter feed. I don't want to change him at all. I wouldn't want to, because his personality is just so wonderful. What we want to do is be able to get him the tools to navigate in a world that really wasn't designed for him.
You want to say bye one more time? It's like, okay, but I want to mean it. If I'm saying bye, I want to go. Okay, buddy.
Now, Mike also has an 8-year-old daughter with low needs on the spectrum. Full disclosure, he's done some work for the federal Liberals, but he also used to be a PC party member. Mike says this isn't about partisan politics. It's all about helping children with autism. Now, the new minister in charge of the file, Todd Smith, spoke in Ottawa today, and he says he's going to introduce an online wait list so parents can see the actual numbers in the hopes of more transparency. That's a big switch for this government, and Todd Smith is going to have to work very hard winning the trust back with this autism community.